Good afternoon. Seems to be quite a bit of delay between my Xbox and Twitch today. So I will try to react to chat as fast as I can, but no promises. We'll get started properly here in just a few seconds. I'm just going to wait for some more people to drop in. Yeah, I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to take care of this delay or not, but I mean, it really doesn't affect anybody but me. So I hope everybody's doing okay. It is 8:30 here in rainy Southwest Florida today. I learned an important lesson last night. Take your earrings off before you put your headphones on. So I just got these new earrings, and um, yeah, let's just say it hurts a lot. So make sure you get that stuff off. All right, come on now. Back in my normal skin today. And yeah, so we had hey, thank you for the biddies. Appreciate it, man. I don't know, man. I damn near tore my earlobe off last night forgetting to take my earrings off before I before I put my headphones on. These things kind of crush my head anyway. Eh, as much as I can, I guess. So yeah, everybody knows so we had some severe lag on the server, but only if you went to a certain spot on the server. So there was four chunks and it was where one of the XP farms used to be. I say used to be because we found out that that's probably what's causing the lag was the XP farms because it was creating a bunch of silverfish and things like that, and it just so um, we worked on it. Me and Lord Gibro worked on it a lot today. Oh man, dude, 1:30 a.m. I appreciate you being here though. I actually wasn't even planning on streaming tonight, but I didn't have anything better to do. It's raining outside, so I'm just gonna do an impromptu Minecraft build. And yeah, so anyway, we had this lag issue, and you probably saw it like even last night, but it's been going on for about 3 or 4 days. Been trying to get to the bottom of it. We've So what had happened is, so if you're not familiar with Minecraft, it's like everything is things are entities, and if there's too many entities, it starts to overload the server. So when you see stuff like armor stands or mob heads, for instance, mobs, uh, friendly mobs, like all that stuff, like bad mobs, everything. It counts against this limit and it creates lag. Well, we play on a realm which is ran by um, Mojang or Microsoft. I don't know which one it is. I just know that the servers are trash. They're trash. Seriously, there is nothing good about these servers. They're literally trash. I use it because right now I'm limited to Xbox on playing. So we are going to move to Java eventually, but right now um, we're going to keep rolling on this. But anyway, so when we use the XP farm, so anytime you get XP in this game, it's these little green glowy orbs, and they just bounce everywhere, right? Well, guess what? Those are entities too. So when you're killing a bunch of silverfish, they're dropping heads, they're dropping experience, and it just lagged the server. If you were outside of those four chunks, everything ran fine. But if one person, all it takes is one person, and they literally have to be standing in those chunks, it makes the whole server lag. You can't like break blocks reliably. You rubber band. And if you don't know what rubber banding is, it's when you walk forward and then boom, you're all the way back here for no reason. So today, like I looked online, and a lot of people had been using that same farm, and they were having some of the same issues. So we decided, hey, we're going to do these fixes that they did and see if it helps. Nothing helped. We dug the chunk out. Nothing helped. So something else was going on. And the fact that it was affecting the whole server of just one person, I cannot stress that enough. One person, 2,500 blocks away, steps in that. It lags the whole server. So there's some sort of code or something that wasn't registering right. And so we kept doing some digging, and then finally made a couple copies of the server, did some experimentation. Finally, about 2 hours ago, I was like, well, we've tried everything else. So the big suggestion was to remove the add-ons. Now, I was against removing the add-ons. I like the add-ons. We added them for a reason, because we wanted the mob heads and we wanted dynamic lighting. But of the two, the dynamic lighting is what I wanted to keep most, because that's what gives us those cool lighting effects and everything that we need for our builds, right? So I was like, okay, so let me do a test. So I get on, I uploaded another the copy of the World to the Realm, and took off the I didn't take off both add-ons. We are only running two add-ons, dynamic lighting and mob heads. So I was like, okay, well, let's take off one that actually could be causing the lag, because the mob heads do count as entities. So that's what I did. I flew around, went over to the epicenter of the server lag. Everything worked perfect, no problems. So I was like, okay, so I loaded this up. So when you unload an add-on, everything that's part of that add-on just disappears. And you can see my inventory is clear of everything, okay? So I was like, okay, so these things have disappeared from the server. We can re-add, we can put the add-on back on, start from scratch, and just recollect these heads, right? Or so we thought. That's not how it works, apparently. I put the add-on back on, the lag was back. So there's something coded in that area that is preventing us from using that add-on. So I even tried to change the priority of the add-on. I tried everything I could think of. So we are rolling without mob heads. Now, can we try it in the future to add it on? Absolutely. It's not going to affect any of our builds. we just we can just add it back in. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, look, we're lag free, and we can actually build. And last night I was actually going to do some redstoning, and I guess we can work on that today. So let's get to it. So what do I have planned for today? First of all, let's just give you a tour of what I did in the last episode very briefly. So as you guys remember, last night I was still working on this. It looks a little different than when you guys saw it because after I logged off last night, I continued working online. Uh, we got to, I think we were right here. We just dumped a bunch of wood in the system, and it has finally all cleared out. Everything seems to be working fine in this system. We've got things coming over here. This is the kelp and stuff is still dropping in here. Everything seems to be working well. So I went ahead and just built these other compartments here. I went mining, found some more. I found a new. I went flying around and found a sulfur biome, so I was able to get more cinnabar. And I'm a little embarrassed because literally the biome is like that way, like 300 blocks. I don't know how I missed it. There's like 3 springs on the surface, and we were literally flying. We literally fly over it every day, and I just didn't notice it. So everything here that doesn't have this is where we ended. So I added all this last night. Now the back walls aren't put on. I wanted to get more cinnabar first, but I was like, okay, how am I going to end this, right? So I was thinking about, well, we could just end it here, like at this guy, right? So we could end it here and just put an overflow chest somewhere back here, so if anything overflows. But I'm like, this world is going to be around for a long time. This is kind of like our forever world. So we so this is kind of like our forever world, right? So we're always going to be here. And looks like my bit rate had cut down a little bit. I hope that didn't affect too much. This is going to be our forever world. So I think for season 2, when we get around to season 2, instead of starting a brand new world, we're simply just going to pack up and move off probably around 10,000 blocks in one direction or another, and we're going to start a community there. So basically, we're going to keep the same world with different builds. And when the world starts to lag too much, we can't do it anymore. Then we'll save the world offline, use it. Each of us use it personally as our forever worlds, and then we'll start a new one then. So, because we were talking today, one thing I like the early game in Minecraft, but I hate like rebuilding farms, for instance. Like, it took us weeks to get our farms going and just getting to a point where we can start building. Now, will we go back and do that again? Maybe. I don't know. We might. But right now, I don't think we're going to do that. We're just simply going to do this. So I was thinking, with that in mind, I was like, I'm probably going to need a little bit more storage and the option to expand easily. So I've corrected that. So you can see this last chest right here. It doesn't go to another copper chest. It goes straight down into a hopper in the floor. And let's walk down here and show you where that hopper comes out at. So the hopper. And I did a hopper line instead of water line because I wanted to keep entities off the server as much as possible. Because we were having a lot of issues with lag. And I was maybe worried that problem was going to... So you see here, we got the hoppers coming down. Hopper line going this way. Why did I have them go all the way down this way and not simply start over here? It's just personal preference. I just wanted it. I want all the items to move one direction. If you're facing it, I want them to go from left to right, just like you're reading. And so that's just what I want to do. And you can see these all pop down through here. They get in this chest. When this guy gets activated, he's going to start sorting. Okay. And I constructed all these pods last night, and I finished up a lot of the decorations this morning, with the exception of the very last one. No reason for it. I just want to be able to access this easier than having to go through my tunnel system I made. This is going to be this is our little overflow barrel. You can see we already got stuff in it, and that's just because when I was digging this out, it was just falling into the hoppers. Um, but this right here will eventually, we're going to put like a trash can in here, and we're going to put, basically it's to decide whether or not we want to keep items, sort them, whatever have you. Now this was a cave back here, and so I kind of had to find some good spots to like block the cave off, light it up a little bit so we didn't get attacked by mobs every time we were back here. So once that's filled, my access point is through, just similar to what I did over there. I've got this room in the back. People who have been watching for the season knows that this is my my little, I got scaffolding there to get up to the top pretty easy. I'm going to replace that door with like a piston door that's even right here, that goes, when I walk up here, it goes choo 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 choo, and goes down, and when I go through it, it goes choo 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 back up. So, and then you can see here, these are all single chest sorters. I didn't want to put double chests down here for a couple of reasons. One is I don't think I need it. I don't think I need it. Because we could use multiples of these. And if, like I said, if I do, and I will show you where I can, I have a couple options to expand, and I'll show you where those are at shortly. But these are just single chests. These are going to be items like we're not going to get a lot of throughout the season, like lodestones and things like that. But they will have a spot over here that they can be sorted. I may not even use this, so what I may do is just put a torch in all these for now. Just allow stuff to go through the system, and then or I could put a bypass in, like just like right here, just have this drop directly down in here, so we get all of our excess down here. But I don't know if I want to do that because you know, I don't think there's a lot of reason for that, to be honest with you. And then once we get down to here, I'll put these treasure chests in and do that. So where are we going to expand? Oh, and I put some walls up just to kind of keep the decorations. I did the top row is in a red cinnabar. The bottom row here is in the black stone tiles. So kind of wanted to create a little bit of contrast that way. And if there's one thing I'm not great at is like doing like picking colors for a theme. Like, so basically I picked two primary colors and then like a secondary color. This one's pretty much three dominant colors. It's going to be red, black, and then of course white. And we are going to, these lamps will eventually change colors. And then we got this compressed stuff here. I added some stuff in the back here. Just to give us a little entryway, because this area back here is going to be full pretty soon, and that may be something that we're going to start planning out tonight. But now that I'm rambling, let's do it. So where are we going to expand? Well, we got a simple one right here. We can put compartments up here pointing out this way. And that's why I kept this 6 long, because really this only needs to be like 3 long to keep with this. And then like we've got the lamps and stuff there, but so as long as we have like a 3 wide thing, so we can come all the way out to here on even more double chest storage if we want to. But if I did single chest storage, I would just use this space right here. Easy enough, right? I am gonna decorate this. We're gonna put some I haven't figured out what stone it is, like what I'm going to put it in it. I may just bring this down the middle, and just kind of close it off so you can't see it, and just use it when I need it. Similar to what I did up here at the top, like that's hollow at the tops of all these, so if I ever need to run redstone or like water tubes up there, I always have it. And then, of course, our frame over here, which is framing out this. Um, actually, I feel like there needs to be wood that goes across that way. I'll probably add that later. But yeah, this is going to keep with the theme of the room. Right now, we're going to keep this pretty big and open. I don't want to add too many chests because at some point it just gets ridiculous, and I feel like I'm just adding chests to add chests. So we're going to see how all this goes. And the storage room in the last room I was in was probably as much as this row right here. And I didn't quite. I used everything that the golems were sorting. But then I was like, and then I did my automatic storage system, which only held like 12 items at the time. So this is much grander scale just because I knew it was going to be in this world a lot longer. So that's enough of me rambling. So let me go grab, while I'm thinking about it, I'm going to grab some spruce and we're going to, I do have this set on peaceful right now. Just for the sheer fact that I want to do building and I don't want to kind of be disturbed by zombies randomly, like just like popping up behind me or something like that. So this place is spawn proof anyway, but I don't know. It seems like even things when they get spawn proof, like these freaking mobs find a way to spawn right behind you. Oh yeah, that's much better. Okay. It's amazing how just that little bit right there matters. And then what I think we're going to do here is we're probably going to do something similar to this all the way down. Just make these little sections. I kind of like this. You ever been in like a log cabin or something like that before? You'll see, you know, the wood. You can see the wooden frame of the house with everything filled in. It's kind of what I want to do right here. I thought about doing some like decorations inside here and having this glass here and showing the decorations inside, but I kind of want to opt for practicality. This is a storage room, not a museum. So we are going to make it look nice, but I kind of just want to keep this to be more practical right now. So if I ever have to add, like a year down the road, let's say I want to add to this, or I start getting so much stone down there that I have to mirror it across here, which would be a good idea, right? That if I have to do that, I'll have the space to do it. I'm really glad we got rid of the lag issue. I am a little upset that we don't have the mob heads anymore, but you know, it is what it is. And we'll just I felt like the mob heads were a little bit like cheat mode anyway. It just prevented us from making potions like all the time, even though I still made like potions just because I'm not good at making potions and that's one of the things I'd like to get better at. So we'll put a little wall in right there. Maybe we'll do that tonight too. Uh, and I mean, we could keep with this, go boom boom, and then bring it across this way, and just have a bunch of. But do I want to do that? I mean, I absolutely can, because this is technically going to be the roof right here. So, like from here to here is going to be the ceiling. But I don't have any exposed wood in any of the other ceilings, do I? I don't believe I do. No, I don't. It's all blackstone. We got this ceiling all the way up here. And then we'll have a lower ceiling down here. And then we'll keep that top part open in case we ever have to need it. And we'll just bring this ceiling across. And we are going to stick with the blackstone here. So we'll just bring that ceiling straight across this way. Yeah, right. Just straight across. Boom, 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 boom. And we'll put some lighting in the top. I don't know if we're going to do lanterns over here. We might. That's a good little thing that we're doing here is the lanterns. I like the looks of them. I know this is like a a diesel punk because it's Final Fantasy VII build, but I like the looks of it. So now that we've got all this taken care of, we need to finish up these pods. So that's going to be the first thing we do. It's these here, and we're just going to finish up these pods. And then once we finish the pods, we're going to get boom. There you go. Boom. Oh, I need some slabs. That's right. That's why I need slabs. Slab. I don't have that many, but I can make more. Okay. So you always want to put slabs. Anytime you're using copper golems, you kind of have to, you want to leave it open a little bit so you can get to them, but you want to leave it where they can't really like escape, because if you don't put this here, this guy ain't got anything to do. He's going to hop right on top of this. He's going to walk over to this copper chest, because he's going to pathfind to it. He's going to pull out everything in there, and he's going to drop it in that chest. And then he's just going to go back and forth like a little idiot. And we just want to kind of prevent that. We're going to leave the top part open right now because I'm going to have to run redstone up there. And honestly, it may go a little further over than that, but I am going to have to do some redstone because... let me get the right brick. That's not the right one. We gotta start bringing in our wool farm to this. So our wool farm, and I've kind of been delaying that a little bit just for the sheer fact that I don't have it finished yet. But that's probably something, and I'd like to get that done because just like we did with the kelp and the melons and everything, I want it all to be inputted in the system, and I'd like to do it to where it goes directly to the golems that are sorting that item, for instance. So that way we're not taking up too much of. It takes time for copper golems to sort because they have to go through every chest if they don't find it. So, oh man, my brain not working too good tonight. So. We're still looking for people to add to the server, so if you're interested, shoot me a message. You can find my my socials listed on the main page there. So DM me one of those. We'll have a little chat, and we do have a few rules. Most of them are unwritten right now because the three of us were all friends, so we understand. So we'll just go over those. It's nothing real big, basically. Like, I mean, if you're just a cool person, like, don't mind being on, we are streaming server. We use Discord chat when we're all playing. That's kind of required, so you have to be comfortable with that. Some people aren't, and I like to be very upfront with that. Like, you don't always have to use Discord chat, but if we're doing events, you have to do Discord chat. Like, there's really no way to get around it. That's just something that you have to do because we have to be able to communicate. Alright, let's make some more concrete slabs. Or, not concrete. Blah. We are getting concrete slabs, by the way, so that's kind of rad. I miss my slow falling already. Alright, let's... But we didn't have to get rid of lights, so that's cool. Of the two add-ons, that's the one. And as a matter of fact, that was the second one we added, right? Because we had a meeting, and I was a little frustrated because Minecraft really doesn't have any good red lights, and there's really no good way to change colors of light without using like glass panes, and then it doesn't look good. It literally looks like a colored glass pane in front of a light. So we went. I decided to go ahead and add the dynamic lighting, and we all love it, especially because I can do this. I can hold the torch in my offhand, which is awesome. You can't normally do that in Bedrock, and we are playing on Bedrock, but dynamic lighting puts that functionality into the game, and it's very cool. Alright, so we got this. And that's there. I'm just thinking out loud, everybody. So we moved some of our redstone prototypes over here. I like to keep them, even though it's just a prototype, I like to keep them together in case I ever, like, sometimes I take time off, right? I mean, I'm getting ready to go in a couple weeks, go to a concert in Chicago. Um, but I'll come back and I'll try to duplicate redstone, and then I literally have to go through and just try to figure it out. Like, this way, this is set up, and I can just come back here and copy these circuits, even though I think this circuit right here, this little clock, tick clock that I have here, I could probably do in my sleep now because I use it in so many redstone contraptions now. Okay, that looks good. Speaking of redstone contraptions, we need to do something with this right here. So these make sulfur cubes, right? And I forgot that hole was there. So those make sulfur cubes, and we need to get those and get them into an auto crafter to make sulfur cubes, and then to spit those right back into this area right here. Now let's get up there and take a look at what we're working with. I don't know how much space I left up there, but let's just see what we're working with here. This might not be something I'll work on tonight, but I didn't want to go up that way anyway. I wanted to go up this way. Yeah, this is probably better anyway. Okay. So we've got this. And this chest will open because that is glass over top of it. We put the glass there to prevent the water from spilling over on the chest. So we could hook, since that's coming from that way, it'd probably better run that hopper straight through here and just hook right up into this chest in the front without having to use a water line. Or, but I would have to put my redstone, let's see, this is this ceiling, and this is literally 1-2 blocks from the ceiling. That's gonna be a tight fit. Then I'd have to drop the hopper down. Okay, so I will have to use a water line. Alright. But, you know, before I do that, I need to go ahead and do a dripstone farm too. So let's work on that tonight. Dripstone farm. Okay, let's put our bricks back. For a dripstone farm, we are going to... I left all of my buckets. Wait, no. We reset the server. I should have... All my buckets should be around here somewhere. If not, I'll make some more. But I need to grab some dripstone. And I know where that is. And... I don't use dripstone in a lot of builds. But it is a cool looking block. And it's not a block I normally mine. It's this block right here. It's not a block I normally mine, so I'm always running out of it. So to have like an infinite supply basically would be kind of nice. So we got dripstone, and we need we got dripstone. So we're gonna need some observers. We need some water buckets. If I can only remember where the water buckets are. They're in here. There's two in here. They're in here. They're in here. They're in here. They're in here. Okay, so I guess I don't have any. There's 3 lava buckets. Ooh, look at this. Boom. So we need pistons. Boom. We're gonna need observers. We'll need some redstone dust. We don't have any observers. I think to make observers we need nether quartz. Is it cobblestone? Let's see. Okay, it is cobblestone. And we can make 7. So I'm actually going to 7, I think, because dripstone grows faster than this stuff does. At first I thought about just replacing this with dripstone right here, but nah, and I want it to connect, I believe, right here. Yeah. So I want it to connect right there. So we're just gonna dig up this carpet. And yeah, I know I'm gonna have some carpet in the treasure chest down there, but it's not a big deal. And so we want it to end here. I do like the looks of the water, so we may, and I do want to keep these as close to the edge as possible. So we may build it and just have that water line go straight down through here. And into here. Boom. Alright, so the first thing we're going to do is, and then have maybe... Let's start on the ground. I'm just thinking out loud right now, so... need... I mean, it's a pretty narrow farm, right? It's just 3 wide. So I'll need... And... But the front part's not... And I could use the front part... But I do want that glass in front of it so things don't just fly out everywhere. So I'm going to go 4 back from it. There's a water line here. Oh, no. No. I don't have to do that. I'm going to go ahead and go 4 back just because it's easy to carve it back down. But it's not necessary. Now that I'm understanding. So we can still put the water line right here. Now do I want to elevate it up 1? Or do I want to use ice? Oh, I'm wearing my mining helmet, which emits light, so you can see as I get close to these dark spots, they light up. See? There's my lighted helmet. Very cool. Part of Dynamic Lights mod. So, even though things won't spawn down here, it's just dark because it's dark outside. These, they give off the right amount as far as, like, prismarine lights. I believe it's 14 or 15. They do give off that light, they just don't show visibly. And that's fine. Okay. So if I do that, I'll have to put some sorters in. Not a big deal. Alright. Because we can collect everything in the same treasure chest. Alright, let's get some blocks and get started. I'll create the redstone stuff here. Let me go ahead and take a nap, and that way we can see a little better. And get started on this farm. So all the farms I use the smooth stone. I feel like, well, I didn't start that way. You can see this right here is definitely just black stone tiles. I wish I wouldn't have done that, but you know, it is what it is. So I'm gonna leave it there. I pretty much built that farm right after the sulfur springs. It was one of the first farms I built on this server, actually. I don't know why I'm going up here. Let's see, I need smooth stone. And let's go ahead and get about 4 stacks of it. We're going to need some glass, too, but I'm pretty sure I have glass up here. And we got water. Oh, we need actual dripstone, too, don't we? Okay, where's the glass? That's not it. That's a bunch of skulk. I'm just going to go ahead and take all this clear glass that we have, and then for the water... Nah, I mean, I don't think I want to use iron bars for it. I think that kind of looks goofy. So let's go ahead and make our water line real quick. I think we're going to just leave this close to the ground. I think I'm just going to run the water line right along through here. Of course, things move a little better if you have like an upper one and a lower one. Alright, let's get some dripstone. I don't know how big I'm going to make these farms. I'll be honest with you, I don't know. I feel like two two that have like 7 observers each, but I'm not going to use 7 observers. You know me. I'm not going to do that. I'll probably use 3 per and just have them. I don't need the farms going off every 5 minutes. You know. And I don't know why I didn't make observers before I walked all the way over here. That was so stupid. I think it said I could make 7, and that's what we're going to start with. We'll make more if we need them. Yeah, 7. So let's go ahead and pop that. Okay. Should have everything we need for it. So first thing we're going to do is start with the main thing here. So we're basically just going to mirror this. It's going to be it's going to be 1 taller because I have to put water in it. This one comes off the ground pretty far, which I think that's the right call. I think that's the right call. So if our water line is going to go through here, and let's say we're just going to mirror this. So our water line's here. This is going to be our this will be where where our observers are going to be, and then our dripstone's going to hang on top. I believe I use, yep, I do. I use tiled stone for that. So let me see if I got any over here. Well, I having to like go all the way down there to a stone cutter, but if I have to, I have to. And I have to. Do I have stone in here? I have some cobblestone, but I need stone. See, that's the one disadvantage of putting all this stuff in right here is like, it's not an easy trip anymore. Like, I'm just constantly like going back and forth. And let's get 3 blocks. We'll make 3 stacks of that. I've got a wood cutter up here, or a stone cutter up here, so let's do that. So let's get some tiled stone bricks. We're going to do 3 stacks. Why did I pick smooth stone for my farms? I don't know. I don't use smooth stone in a lot of builds, and it has kind of a metallic look, and I kind of wanted everything to look like steel and metallic here. So these can be 8 long if I can remember right. Right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and then we can do a zoomer down here. Or we can do it 7 and just have it drop right here, which may be the right call. That definitely may be the right call, because we're not doing anything fancy with this one. We're literally just move this up. Let's put these torches in this bag here. Bubbles are great. I don't use them. I mean, I used to use them to store heads in, but you know. So we're going to do our drop point right there. Right, and then we need that to come up, and we're just going to close this section off here because there's no point in keeping that open. All right, so that's going to be the water line. All right. And then I'm just going to mark this with a torch so I know where the end of that water line is going to be. So we're going to go... So we need to get above the water line. So we're going to go one more high. And then we'll put observers in. Let's see, we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So we're going to do one here. I always do that. I'm always standing on the wrong side no matter what I need to use. So we're going to go 1, and then 1 in the middle. One in the middle, and then we're going to do one on this end right here. Pop. Okay. Perfect. Then we'll do this and this. Then these will need blocks on their rear ends. Alright. And then we're going to need some pistons on top of them. That's straight across. So what we're going to do is we're just going to put this stuff here temporarily. That made my life a lot easier. You know, I'm going to have to make some more pistons. Okay, let's... move these here. And just out of curiosity, let's just go ahead and drop the redstone. Because I always like to make sure things work. And then we're going to, like, do this. Perfect. Okay. So what do I need to make a piston? I bet wood. I guarantee you it's wood. Wood, iron, cobblestone. Okay. We're getting some lag. We may be... Okay. It's just a little server burp. This is what I was talking about with Realms, right? The servers are so bad. I wish there was a better option for console players to play on a server without having to do any like backdoor like things. cobblestone and iron and wood. All of these things can be found down here. I have iron up there. I should have a stack of white oak planks up there too, so I'll just use those. We'll just take whatever planks we can to use, because I know it takes. Put these here. That way we can get some of this stuff used and out of our hair. And then iron, I believe I saw iron over here. There's a block of iron. There's a block of iron. Block. You know what? We need to take it. We'll just take a crafting table over with us. I accidentally created a whole bunch once, so it's not like I'm hurting for crafting tables. And we're going to need the redstone out of here. And we need 11 more. I don't know if I have enough wood for that, but we'll make as many as we can, and then I'll make some more later if I have to. Let's make all 16 of those. Drop this stuff off in here. Could have swore it said 16, but it only made 9. What am I missing? Is it because I had different kinds of wood in the inventory? I bet it was. So let's do that, and then that. And yep, that's what it was. Drop this, and then we're gonna need this, that, this. I think that's all I need. Alright, now we need to come up one more level. And then this is going to be where our, is this where our dripstone's going to be? I don't think it, no, our dripstone's going to be up right up here. So we're going to go actually, no. I'm an idiot. Okay. Let's get back up there. Let's get right up next to it, because, yeah, I got confused for a second. No, I do. Okay, so yeah, I will need this. All right. So this. Yep, I've got it now. I was right the first time. I was second guessing myself. And then we're gonna go boom. And then on this side, we're gonna put glass. Um, hmm. And we're gonna put glass up here too. So let's. Okay, so we need to get some glass, and we're gonna have to grab some water. So let's do the glass, and then let's go ahead. Get some water going. Okay. Yeah, it should be it. All right. That should be enough. Doesn't hurt to have extra, but it always hurts to not have enough. I almost jumped off the other side of that. Ugh. Alright, let's get this glass out. Why am I using glass? To be honest, I like the way it looks. And so we're going to... I don't think we're going to leave a gap either. I think we're just going to go... Now, this side... We do want to block this side off, and then we'll go... I know it's not really necessary to put that glass there, but there's kind of no reason not to. Alright, that should work perfectly once I get the water put in. But we got to build another one. I mean, do I want to put a gap in between them? I think I do, actually. I think I do. I think I want to put a gap in between them. I can always change my mind. Oh, good lord. I fell into it. Okay. Yeah, so we want... I think we do want to leave a gap. Because if I ever want to, like, roll something in between there, I can. So we're going to need this right here. And we're going to need... We'll just put that there for our gap. And I actually do not... Let's see. Will it go another... Let's see. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Let's see how far the water goes when we put it in here, because I'm actually not that sure how far this is going to go. Because it should... Oh, okay. Exactly. That's exactly where I need it to be. Actually, hold on. Did it come out to here? Oh, it did. It came all the way out to here. God, that's hard to see. Okay, I need to go get some packed ice. And a button. Yeah, I'll need a button. And hopefully that'll be the only one I need, but I'll just grab... Let's grab as much packed ice as I have down here. I'm gonna have to buy some because I don't think... This is probably the last of my supply is what's down here. Oh my god, did I use it all? I must have used it all. Okay, well, I guess I'll go use Angel Coin Shop. Okay, let's go buy some packed ice. Hopefully she has some over here. Gotta relearn to fly again. That's snow, but I want ice. That's blue ice. Packed ice. I guess blue ice will work. Let me... I think there's an ender chest over here. And we'll grab... Grab 2 little stacky stacks there. Well, she'll be glad somebody came over here to buy stuff. We'll just get the blue ice, so we'll take 1, 2... And then... Yeah, she'll be happy. One, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, yeah, that'd be... That's good. So we need a button here. A button. And then another thing of water. Right here. So if I drop something right here, it should flow all the way down. All the way down. Alright. I think I'm going to... Looks like it got stuck right here. So would it be better to put ice here? Actually, I don't know if it'd be better to put ice there. I mean, I can put it in a couple different spots, so I'm not too worried about it. So let's do ice here. And then we'll go bam, bam, ice, ice. Alright, so now that should be rolling. And alright, let's put some ice right here. That's probably going to kill my water stream, but perfect. Okay. So that water stream's going to work just fine. So we want to come over... whatever gets us to right here. So we'll make it that long. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So if I drop something... Okay, so if I drop something... So if I drop something right here, it will hit that. Okay, so I can... I'm actually going to go ahead and... You know, I could just... I could literally make... I could literally make this all, like, glass through here. I like the idea of that. Let's pick up our water, because I don't want to have to clean up that mess. Because I actually like to see the machines work, and that since this is kind of facing the wrong way. Alright, let's clean this up. And let's replace... Perfect. Yeah, this is going to be plenty of observers for this little bit of redstone. Because they're all just going to trigger each other anyway, so it's not going to matter that much. Jump too far over. You know, I don't even think I have my pistons on me. So it does. Oh no, I do have my pistons on me. Okay. Let's head up here and put our pistons up here. Okay, I haven't put any water up here yet, so we're just going to bust that out. And I don't know if I'm going to have enough of this to do this, but we'll see. Now I'm going to have to get some more glass to finish this up, but that's fine. And I'll probably need some more water too. I'll just... Okay, so... yeah, I don't need that many. And just because I don't like to leave anything open on the end, we're going to go ahead and bring this down. But we'll do it here in a second. I don't know how that's already dripping water. There's no water above it. So strange. This game's weird sometimes. Okay, so we're gonna close this end off now. And then we're going to close this end off. Just like that. And oh shoot, I need to put redstone. I bet I didn't put redstone up here. Actually, I know I didn't. Because those things aren't going off every time I want to buy them. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I need 8 more buckets of water. Oh, I don't. I need 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I need 5 more buckets of water. Because I don't know how to add. Yeah, we're just going to waterlog every one of them. Just want to make sure that we got enough water up there. Pretty sure you only have to do it on like a couple, but we're going to do it on all of them. And that should do it right there. Just some decorative stuff here. And I believe we've got some redstone lamps over here. One of these here we go. That's what I'm looking for. And a bucket of water. I'm just going to take that bucket. there, and then we'll put another one on this end. There we go. And then I'll need... Cool. And those should start growing, and then they'll get popped. And alright, cool. Should throw... We're going to throw some of this stuff in our storage system, even though I know it's not... It won't get sorted. But it's a good way to get us stuff down to the back, or I need it. So... We'll just leave that there for now. I don't think I really want to add anything else to this. I think I'm fine with it just like that. And that is growing. So cool. Take this with me. I'll take this with me. And we're going to go downstairs and work on the second part of this. Going the wrong way. Alright, let's set some torches out here so we can see. And let's see, we got... I need to get some stuff out of here. Why is it showing me the hopper and not what's in the chest? Okay, so we need... okay, we need comparators, we need... I'm not sure we have any of that back here anymore. I basically need all the redstone stuff I have down here, so... And then we're going to need some auto crafters. sticks? Were there sticks in here? Okay. Sticks. Redstone. We're going to take this. Take this. And then, oh, we need these, and then we're gonna need a bunch of hoppers. So, story of my life. I feel like all I do is craft hoppers all day now. There we go. So let's set up a sorter, or do we want to do? Oh man, do we want to do the sorter with copper golems? No, we don't. We don't want to. We had this. We talked about this earlier. That was really strange. Okay. So let's sort this way. So we basically just need 2 sorters, right? Let's clear some. Let's clear some space down here. Oh my gosh, you do not know how much I hate the fact that there are caves all over the place down here. Literally, the biggest cave I've ever seen is down there. All I wanted to do is just make some space. So we got a little bit of space. Let's get this out. I think we want to come one off the wall with it, so let's do that. Always like to give a little bit of space between this and a sorter. That's in case I need to, I put something else in here. I have that opportunity to do so without too many issues. Let's see. Let's put a crafting table down. Let's put this down. And let's get, first thing we're going to need is, we need some redstone torches. Well, let's go ahead and do that many. We're going to need 2 comparators. We need 2 repeaters. We got hoppers. And then we're going to need a bit of this stuff. So we'll take this and this. Let's see if I can do this from memory without having to look at anything. How awesome would that be, right? Ugh. don't think that's right. Man. I like to do stuff from memory, but my memory is so bad. 1, 2, 3. Yes, I had it right the first time. Dang it. Always go with your gut feeling. Don't ever second guess yourself, because you're gonna second guess yourself. You're normally right on your first guess. Right? It's like taking a multiple choice test in school, you know. Need. Okay, yeah, that's right. I need to take that down one. I'm a little. Let's go back here and look, so I can look at these a little closer. These are the sorters I built the other night. So we've got. Oh my god, they're kind of hard to see. Hold on. Let's see. We got the filter, and then we got the one running over top of it. And then we'll have the ones underneath it. Yeah, okay. That's going to be fun. Yeah, the way I had it, it's going to work perfectly. Okay, so don't second guess yourself. Always, there's no harm in checking to make sure that you're doing things right. Because what you definitely don't want to do is get through something like this and then like realize that you did it wrong. And you have to go back and redo it, or even worse, have to figure out what you did wrong. Which sucks too. And just like I explained the other night, it doesn't matter that these two things link together, because you can't really do anything. It works off power levels, so it doesn't matter how many link together, it's always going to work. Now, I will not, in this one, not screw up like I did last time. Ooh, I am missing one thing. Alright, so let's set our filters. So this first one, we're going to go... Oh, it doesn't have anywhere to go. Okay. So, I honestly don't know where it needs to go yet anyway. Let's, I don't have any chest over here. We'll grab a chest real quick. I might use a copper chest for some things, but we're going to do that anyway. Such an idiot. Okay. Uh, Now that actually should start draining now to 41. Okay, that's where I want that. And then we're going to go... This one, we're going to do the same thing. Go ahead and put that down there, leading into nothing. And you can see the comparator is on because it's got stuff in there to read. And we want to watch it go down to 41 to make sure we did everything the way we should. Okay, as long as 41 of those remain in there, we're okay. So we want to leave some space open over here in case we have more stuff coming down here into that. And we're going to connect that over here in a second. Actually, we may not put a chest up there. Yeah, I don't think there's any reason to put a chest up there at all. But it's already there, so we might as well keep it. Alright, so let's build our other stuff. What do we need for an autocrafter? We need 4 autocrafters. We're going to need 2 of these. We're going to need some more redstone torches, apparently. These. And an autocrafter. I need iron. Alright, what am I out of? Oh, a dropper. Blah, blah, blah. Cobblestone. Of course I need cobblestone. Well, luckily I'm sitting in my storage room. And let's go ahead and clear out some space. I'm going to build on going... Do one going this way, one going this way, I think. I want to leave this open, so they need to start like right here. But I think I want them far enough away that they're not going to mess. So why don't we start on like right here. Oh, I'm gonna need some more compare. I need 2 more comparators. I know this appears that I'm doing this backwards, and honestly, I am. Oh. Crap. How do you... Is it 4? Uh, Sulfur cube. I'm missing it somewhere, so let's just look for it. Four. Okay. So we need to do just like that. And then boom. And then let's test this. Wait. Something's not right here. Do we want to lock all those off? Why is that going crazy? Oops. Time to learn more about the autocrafter. Let's see. If I drop this in here. Alright, that's not what I wanted to do. So let's take these out. make sure I've got this set up correctly. Oh, I got my comparator backwards. Ugh. Every freaking time. It's like so easy to forget stuff, you know? Oh, let me, my inventory is completely full, so let's set this over here. Pick up this guy. And then go, and then we got that like that, and then we need this the same way. Let's see if that works. Let's put 4 in here. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'll put 3 in there. 4. Okay. Okay. That's the way that works. Okay, perfect. There's 1, and then move this thing out of the way. Let's get over here. Throw this guy here, and then let's get rid of some of this. Probably just want to go ahead and have that stuff shoot right into a water tube over here. So we're gonna need at least. Yeah, I'm not gonna have enough room. So best thing to do would just be go back over here. I'm gonna crouch and do this because, yep, just like I thought. I guess we'll just go straight back into this wall. These always. This is all about power level. So that's what that's looking at. You could probably use a chest too, but I guess I could see the advantages of using the actual auto crafter since it, it's kind of. And I'm pretty sure those other blocks are made this way too, but I can double check. Oh, let's grab 4 of these. Okay, perfect. Alright, so all those are working like they should. And we're going to go ahead and pretty up the floor here. I do not like mud on my floor. I mean, even though this is one of those behind the scenes areas, I mean, there's no reason why I can't look nice. Okay, so neat. Honestly, that was dumb. Both of these are going to need a freaking hopper on top of them, so I might as well just go ahead and. And I think that right above there, because I don't need. Leave a little bit of space right here. And while we're going out a little ways, we do not want to have the same problem we had over there where the hoppers were locking. Right? So we got those all look to be pointed in the correct direction. And so this will be a lot easier. It's going to look a little cleaner than the other one because I know I made a mistake over there. Wasted a few resources, but it's okay. It's just. Urgh. have to cover that up because I'm getting tired of. I'm getting really tired of like just falling through it. Let me find some. There we go. I was about to say, let me just find some that's different so we know it's there. Okay. So we want to make sure those goes to the right place. And we want to make sure those go to the right place. Oh, he must have crafted those. Huh. Okay. Let me just double check. Let's just do 3 this time. Or let's just drop a torch in there. Okay, that does make it to the right spot. And let's go ahead and that just reminded me to change that over. Okay. So now we need a water line. Let's grab another thing of glass because we should have plenty. I'll use that first. Yeah, that's pretty much going to be perfect. Actually don't know how to craft a button, so let's, those are here, right? Oh, perfect. Alright, but. Ooh, I sent that blue ice down through here. Dang it, dang it, dang it, dang it, dang it. Ugh, there's no telling where it is now. Well, these guys are just sitting here. So we're assuming. Let's check over here. Maybe we'll be lucky and it'll be in this chest still. Ugh, crap. It isn't. Ugh. Where is that? Pumpkin. Oh, 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 oh. I wonder if the golem is asleep up here, so he didn't actually put it in a storage system. That would be great. Because I'm gonna need those buckets too. He's asleep. Good. Dang, that was actually kind of lucky. And then we're going to need a bit of soul sand. Which are so... Yeah, I'm running very low on this. Okay, we're going to have to go in behind here. And I think we're going to have to go in this way. Scaffolding. There we go. Ugh, I can't break any of that glass up there. Can I go up here? Yeah, I think I can. Man. Let's see. Put these stairs back in a second. Honestly, want it to go right here. Just like that. Okay. Oh man, is there anything important about... Oh my god. Yeah, I think I got... Okay, this'll be fine. Let's actually just throw some stuff in here and get it out of our way. Okay. Okay, it's right here. Yeah, it needs to be this level right here. Don't, yeah, that's not going to really affect anything. Okay. I'm just gonna knock that out just like that, and then, because one, one. We're gonna count back to 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Perfect. Okay, so we need some ice here. With a button on it. Right, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. That'll be fine. Let's get that out of the way. And then okay, perfect. get some of the stuff out of the old inventory. Oh, I need this. Won't need this. I won't need this. This stays with me. I am going to go put these away. That needs to be replaced. This can go here. And go ahead and throw this redstone in here too. Okay. Let me go get these beets out of my inventory. I don't want to accidentally throw those in the storage system because that would suck. I need to get up top to do this. I need to grab some buckets, though. Where did I put the buckets? And there's a water source over here, so I'll just grab water from it. That should be enough, right? This will be easier to do from up here. Ah. I know there's probably an easier way to do this, but this is the way that makes sense to me, so this is the way I'm going to do it. Yeah, so they have to be full water source blocks, so kind of have to do it this way until you get to right here. Why can't I get up right here? Oh, I can't. Okay, that's what I wanted to do. So we're gonna go alright, and that should do this. If we're going to do this, because I know from experience that's just going to blow this stuff right up. It should still go straight through there. Perfect. And then we can go over here. So let's just make sure this is going to work. And I'm guessing it's in there because I didn't see it. I'm going to go up there and just double check and make sure nothing got stuck. If it did, I should be able to see it in here. Now everything looks like it's running perfectly. Oh yeah. Alright, we'll do that just to make sure. Alright, well we'll just fix this area here in 2 seconds. Okay, we're gonna need an overflow, right? So let's do this here. This is gonna be a waste of glass, but whatever. I need, we're gonna do barrel. Come here. I got a needy cat next to me right now. Alright guys, we've been at this for about 2.5 hours. I'm going to take a real quick break. So we're going to slide you into an ad. I'll see you on the other side. Alrighty, welcome back. I'm almost finished with this build. I just gotta grab some wood. Actually, it doesn't really matter what kinds, but just grab this. We're gonna make some planks and some slabs, and we're gonna make a barrel. I like using barrel for overflow. I don't know why. I think it looks I just think it looks a little better. So let's alright, make this. And then you need this. And then we're gonna go ahead and just make all the barrels. Then we need our hopper line just sliding straight across just like this until it gets under this fella, and then now it's going to start sorting everything for us. We're going to break this glass because I don't want it there, and these should start making sulfur cubes, and I'm going to go up here and watch them move along so we make sure everything's working the way it should. Yep, everything looks good. And I just want to take a look at the farm we built too tonight, see if that's doing okay, because I kind of got it to where I can't really see it. Oh, I'm an idiot. It won't do anything anyway until I break that piece of glass. And then once this starts growing and gets in front of those observers, it's never in front of the observers you want, right? It'll start producing and doing the same things. This one doesn't move as fast, and that's fine. But, okay. So, good session tonight. We managed to get this done. I'm gonna tie up a few loose ends and then get off here and go to bed. But I appreciate you guys watching, and I hope I will not be streaming tomorrow. I appreciate the bits, appreciate all the stuff, and I will not be streaming tomorrow. Doing a couple things. If I do manage to stream, it's going to be in the morning. So, you guys have a pleasant evening, and we will see you soon. Thank you.